All right. Well, today I have with me Chris Davis from the Davis Funds, and Chris, I want to talk to you about your business is very similar to ours in the fact that we work with financial advisors who work with individual investors, and so I want to get your opinion. What do you think makes a good individual investor?
Well, I think for the vast majority of individual investors, the most important characteristic is going to be humility.
Yeah.
It's the recognition that you need help. It's the idea that somehow, this Peter Lynch was somebody I admired, I knew, but that book, One Up on Wall Street, did a disservice. It convinced people that, oh, it's easy. I just go to the mall and, I can buy a stock in whatever company I see. And I think it created a hubris that led to the bubble in the late 90s.
Right.
I think it was a contributing factor. So I think humility, recognizing you need help, and really the help you need is about discipline. It's about self-discipline, and it's about time and temperament. So I think humility would be, I'd say, one of the most important characteristics of the individual investor.
So many investors probably need help, and they need that discipline from a financial advisor. So what do you think makes a good financial advisor?
Well, we've built our whole firm over 40 years or more in partnership with advisors because our feeling is the individual investor does need help, and they need help because of behavior.
Right.
So I would say the best financial advisors, it's not about expense, it's not about personality, it's not even about the tools that they use or the products that they use. It's really about their ability to positively influence client behavior.
I agree.
That is all of the difference in the world. And different advisors are able to fit with different types of clients, and the best advisors understand that there are certain clients they won't be able to help, and they're intelligent about saying, that won't work for us. We can't help you. And they connect with the clients where they feel that interaction will improve the client behavior. It will keep them in the bad times. It will, keep them from getting overly greedy in the good times. It will keep them from chasing fads. It will create that discipline, create that positive financial behavior.
Absolutely. Okay, last question. So what should a financial advisor look for in a professional money manager?
Well, in a way, it's similar. I mean, as a professional investor, I'm studying businesses. And when I go and study businesses, I'm looking at the performance of that business. I'm also looking at the culture and character that the people that lead that business, they're capital allocators. And they're going to be allocating capital on behalf of our clients. So I think the relationship between an advisor and a professional investor is partly about that and the nature of that fit. Is the investor transparent? Is the investor, it's not just the results in the short term, it's also will you have the confidence to stay with that investor for the long term. Now, if you wanted one thing to look for heaven's sakes, look for alignment. It is amazing how few managers really eat their own cooking. We don't own a single company on behalf of clients, not a single investment where the management doesn't have at least $1 million invested alongside the shareholders. And yet I read a Morningstar report that said 88% of all funds are run by managers that don't have $1 million invested alongside their clients. We think that's wrong.
Well, similar to that, I think, I can't remember what the number is, but it's something like 50% don't even have $1 in the
exactly
fund.
right.
That is remarkable.
So I think alignment, transparency, did they communicate? The results are a starting point. But what really matters is, will you stick with them through good times, through bad times for that long journey? And what do you need to do that? Well, you need conviction, you need alignment, you need transparency, you need a philosophy that aligns, that is understandable and comprehensible, and something that in turn the advisor can then communicate to their clients.
Great thoughts. Well, I appreciate your time today. Thank you.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
And thank you for watching.